USC defeating Minnesota 32-21 in their best all-around game of the season. So why did they lose 2 spots in the standings? Welcome to another edition of Trojan Talk. I'm Jonathan Khamis, being joined as always by USC beat writer Michael Lev. And how was Minnesota?
It was nice. I left before Brett Favre took the field, and I don't think he's the most popular man in Minneapolis with their record being 0-2 right now.
No, he's not, but I'll tell you who is popular. Allen Bradford. Now that guy had a game, and we have a little bit of a tailback controversy brewing, don't we? Who's starting this Saturday?
I think we do. Well, the first depth chart that came out on Sunday night still had Mark Tyler atop the list, but Lane Kiffin's going to revisit that subject. You know what I think is going to happen is, just like a couple years ago, USC had multiple runners go over 100 yards in a big-time blowout at Washington State. I think we could see that again. I think we could see both Allen Bradford and Mark Tyler toppling the century mark in this game. And all that'll do is just kind of keep the controversy going into next week.
Yeah, now you called it the Trojans' best all-around game of the season. Now let's look at a couple of things. Hey, they toned down the penalties to 7. Matt Barkley threw 2 interceptions, though. So what are the positives and negatives coming out of that game?
Yeah, well, I think some of the positives are they got the running game going big time in the second half. They had 175 of their 216 yards. Really kind of ran it down Minnesota's throats.
Yeah, they did.
That's what Minnesota wanted to do to them, and USC completely took them out of their game plan. Maybe the most disturbing thing is the fact that Matt Barkley did throw 2 interceptions, and one of them maybe a little bit of a miscommunication between him and Rhett Ellis, and the second one, it was just a bad decision. It was a ball he should not have thrown. It was the sort of thing that we thought maybe he had grown out of, but clearly he has a little bit more growing and maturing to do.
Seems like he might be forcing it a little bit to Rhett Ellison. So you got other receivers, Matt. Use them. But let's talk about Washington State now. And they're not very good. Not very good at all. I believe all-time against USC, 8-57.
They're not good. It's true. The last time that USC visited Washington State, 2 years ago, the score was 69-0, and it literally could have been 100-0. Last year was a little different. It was 27-6. So I'm interested to see in this game which USC team are we going to see, the team that steamrolls Washington State or the team that has kind of a hard time? And what will that tell us about the Trojans moving forward?
Yes, they will steamroll Washington State. I'm picking them. My prediction: 45-20 USC rolls.
I will say 38-10.
Okay.
I think the defense really stepped up last week, and I expect them to continue that. I don't think Washington State's going to score a lot of points.
Okay, let's go to our reader question of the week, and this comes from Wade. Kiffin has noted that he has limited Stanley Havili's touches to reduce the risk of injury to one of the best offensive players. So how much can we expect the offense to improve once Havili is let loose?
Yeah, I think that they're holding back a little bit overall in terms of all the things they want to show on offense. There's maybe certain formations, certain plays that they don't want to reveal yet until they get to the tougher part of the schedule. Part of that is involving Stanley Havili as both a runner and receiver. He's an excellent receiver. But what is interesting about the whole keeping him out of harm's way is he was used as a lead blocker several times in the Minnesota game. I don't know how do you avoid injury if you're butting heads with a middle linebacker on almost every play, and he did a pretty darn good job too, as evidenced by the success of the running game.
Could be a secret weapon for the Trojans, unleashing him for Pac-10 play. It's coming up. That's going to do it for this edition of Trojan Talk. I'm Jonathan Khamis. Thanks to Michael Lev as always, and thanks for watching.